Hello friends, and welcome back to another Demajen Tries NextFest October 2022 edition. That's a really messed up title, but it is what it is. We are here, we are trying the Erra Exordium demo. This is not part of my original slew of downloads, but it's one that I've actually been following on Twitter, if I remember correctly, for a while. The demo was released slightly later, I believe, than the start of NextFest, so we are going to give it a go. Telman is an island where civilization progressed for thousands of years, basing on ancient technology. People have created machines to help themselves. They call them mechatrons. They become an integral part of every city dweller's life, yes. Machine creation origin is heavily guarded by the ziggurat spirituals. Still needs some work on the translation. Corrupted by power, elders have angered the gods, and the sky puts down the fire. I like the art style. It's a 2D pixel art game with a really nice kind of style to it. Looks a little bit blurry. Oh, have they nuked the place? I'm assuming this is us. We are slow. We can press select. We can press start. We have 0 other controls. There's a shiny thing. Okay, that square doesn't have PlayStation prompts. I have no choice. The only chance to save my mind is to try. I need to transfer my mind to this pile of iron and pipes. Usually we use parts of the animal's brain or dead materials for transferring. There was no question of any mind preservation, only motor functions and only basic cognitive ones. Now my task is complicated not only by the need of transferring my own me to the machine, but also by a new type of information carrier in the mechatron. And I should not forget, there is a chance that infection has already reached my brain tissue, and it's the second problem. Even in the best case, I will always certainly lose some of my memory and maybe sanity. But if everything works out, it will be my duty to report the success, and I can save many. First of all, it is worth contacting my friend, Dr. Bell, in the Central Hospital. I can't waste any time. I can't wait for approval. The minds of seriously ill doctors and everyone whose knowledge can help save lives should be transferred to magnetic plates. That's a nice premise. I like that. So there's some infection, and doctors are having to transfer their brains to things, and we're going to have notes lying around because we know there's the chance we're going to lose memory. Need to turn on the power. That's not the inventory button. How do I move left and right? Don't seem to have. Maybe I just can't do it. There's a little bit of wind-up time before we start moving. Need a fuse. Oh, we've got to jump. Got a fuse. Let there be lights. Generator is on. Can't jump onto ladders. Something has opened there. God, it seems like it was my body. Perfo card. I feel like I should be able to move through this, and I cannot. And I've got no... see, I've got keyboard controls. This is me using the keyboard. So I guess we can't access... We can't access anything here. Move up and down that, but I can't access weapons. Oh, well, it makes sense that we can't access weapons because we don't have any. Health charge? On 1. Door opened. Airlock. Climbing up. Knocking things over. The jump height is very small. Requires electricity. I'm dying from what they call the ASAG disease. It happened to be a witness. I happened to be a witness of what happens to people in the later disease stages. The flesh of the infected literally decayed and fell off bones while they suffered in terrible agony. Some lasted several days after the first symptoms were discovered, others more, but the end was always the same. Punishment fell on us from heaven for our ignorance and blindness. The best minds of Telmun are fading one by one, but no cure can be found. There is no chance to survive, but maybe I can cheat on death. I've been working on a new way to transfer consciousness without the need to use the removed brain in the Mechatron. Data from the brain will be transferred to a magnetic plate carrier. Unfortunately, some of the information can be lost forever. Oh my dear, if only I had more time. Okay. So now we can dash. That is an elevator. This is good to know. Yes, the jump height is very low. No, oops, that's not the right button. Aha! I like the way this map is opening up. Light? It seems like that's not how you spell disease. You spelled it right previously. Wasn't enough for us. The situation has worsened in unexpected ways. Household and military mechatrons started to attack us and act aggressively. These metal junks that were... This metal junk that was created to serve us began to exterminate us. I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense. You've got an issue with subject-verb agreement there. But again, this is not a game developed by English speakers. It's based on a specific type of mythology, and I knew it before I started recording the video, and I've forgotten what it is. Is it Mesopotamian? I'll check. I'll put it up on the screen if I remember. I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense. Mech mines don't contain any aggression sections. They've worked as instruments for serving, not harming anyone. That's what I'm 100% sure. Yes. Translation, obviously, is not there yet. Jump or climb over? Not yet. But I'm going to explore first. That was silly. Aha! Closed from the other side. Okay, that allows us to get down. Because... Locked with the key. But where is the key? Right, is this lift going to crush us? Yes! Yes, it is! That's good to know. Whee! Oh. Passcode. Right. 1, 3, 3, 7. Damn it! Looks like a grave. It's shiny. Oh. Son, my beloved firstborn, why have you gone so early? If only I had more time, I could save you. You were everything in my life, and now I don't know what to do. Forgive me. Little flashbacky thing, okay. His birth date, 0404, is going to be the password. Password? Lock code. I know what I'm talking about. Nice background. Parallax is working okay. It feels ever so slightly off, but... Da-da-da-da! I have this key! Please accept my condolences, Elan. So we are Elan. However, the council is awaiting a report. We make concessions to you at this difficult time, and in return we expect the same. The epidemic is only gaining momentum. Remember that your efforts can help to save the brightest minds in Tellum, even if a cure is yet to be found. Burn after reading. Oh, I don't need to actually burn it. I was just checking. So we've got a little key icon in the bottom corner. And that has now disappeared. I have a very bad feeling about this. Ow. Game over. Uh-huh. Ooh. Corpses are everywhere. What kind of massacre happened here? The vaulting animation feels a little bit off. Ouch. So I guess I need to... Yeah, it feels weirdly stagey. And that makes sense, actually, in terms of how people actually move. But I think we're used to a little bit more kind of fluidity in video game movements. Aha! I have defeated you! Butcher knife! Interesting. So, normally... Shush. To it. Normally in video games, when you're using a controller, you'd have your melee attack on a face button and your dodge and dash and movement thingies on bumpers and triggers. But here, you've got your slide on the right bumper, but you've got your attack on the right trigger. Which feels odd. If you hear a humming over your head, I'm begging you, run as fast as you can, otherwise the flyers will destroy you. Ah, I've turned the turret off. Sweet. Nice, so we can break down doors. Oh, parrying. Nice. Took a little moment. Meat business? I assume we can't get through this door. Yes. You can actually leap onto ladders. No. Oh, up on the D-pad heals us. Nice, that blew you up. Yeah. Oh, we've got a stamina bar. Must pay attention to that. That was too early. That was too late. And that was me dying. This is tough, actually. Ooh, the checkpoints I'm not a huge fan of. Checkpointing seems quite limited. Right, let's go through here. We'll go back and get that once we've turned off the turrets. I can't actually get out there. We can jump off that. Parrots! Meat business. I don't understand what that's... Oh, it's a law thing. That needs to be made clearer. Shank, finish it. Everyone has slips. I have no idea how those rabbit carcasses end up with rat tails. Maybe it's some kind of species. Do you know all kinds of rabbits? I don't think your customers know either. Cut off the tail and it's done. The product has the highest quality and you benefit in covering more than all the risks. If anything happens, my people will deal with all the problems. So up your sack, please. What? Ow. Yeah, in terms of gameplay, doing alright so far. Ow. Uh-huh. So you have to hit parry reasonably early. What actually... See, we're opening up shortcuts here, but it's not saving them being opened. Closed from inside. Like the little proximity effect, that's nice. Okay, so we have to go down below. Yeah, there's no point opening up a shortcut if... Yeah, no point opening up a shortcut if there's no decent... If it doesn't save them opening. Grenade. Take that. Your lab results are in, and they're disappointing. I'm very sorry to have to tell you this, but you have the Asag disease. Hospitalization is your only option to protect those closest to you from this terrible thing. Uh-oh, 2 of them. Creepy place? Okay, I was wanting to see whether that sparkly thing was actually something that we needed to do something with. Save station! Or a health station, or at least something. Basement key. Yes, this has got a kind of... got a kind of methodical, almost old school, kind of point and click style, kind of speed to it. Right, so those capsules up there are health things. And we don't get more. Is your Mechatron malfunctioning? Tired of its stupid creaky hinges? You can always contact the Agonus Repair Service Centre. With the blessing of the Flammen Council, the best prices in Delman, who are waiting for you at Nahiba Square 8. Yes, though health charges are essentially our healing potions. Ah! I keep pressing the wrong button. Shit. Ah, we can destroy this. I can hold the pressure. Okay, so that's... makes it turn on and off. Aha! I have won! What's this? Sleep in peace, my sons. The Bow Goddess will take care of you. It's time for me to go too. I have a gun! R to aim? Devon, darling, we've got out. It's calmer. There's food and water in the southern part of the city. So we've spent the nights in the temple. The military heavily guard the streets. The enraged Mechatrons were terminated. Come with the boys as soon as you can. Everything will be fine. Your Ishtar. Okay. Ah, so what it doesn't tell you is that you have to press or hold left trigger to pull up the aim. That puts you into aim mode. That's a cool... That's a cool background. Whee! Oh, okay. The controls just feel a little bit unnatural currently. But I'm enjoying it. No, that's not the right button. Yeah, I'm not doing very well with the old parrying, am I? I kind of feel like combat needs to be a bit smoother and checkpoints need to be a little less... I almost feel like we need a proper Estus Flask style... Oh god, and again. feel like we need a proper Estus Flask style system. You know, health is at an absolute premium. Oh. Yeah, because of the stiffness of the animations, it's very methodical. It's very methodical, and it's kind of slow. And I'm not against slow games. I just wish that we got more opportunity to heal and make progress, because of how few and far between the checkpoints are. That's why the Souls games have Estus Flasks. So yeah, it just feels like the pace is too slow. Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay. So, essentially, what you're telling me with your game design is that you have to kill everything in your path because it'll chase you. Healing is few and far between, and you can't rush past enemies because you're undoubtedly going to be running into something that can two-shot you with very little healing. This isn't fun design. It works in a 3D Souls-like game because you can move around things. You can't do that in this. And of course, then you have to go through the entire thing again. And you have to kill everything. Your damage is pitiful. The range on your attack is low in comparison to the enemy. This is wanting to be a Souls game, but missing out some of the vital functions that make a Souls game. There's a reason why they have the Estus Flask system. Yeah, I like the pixel art. I like the world that is being created, although obviously the translation is going to need some work. Why did that not parry? And again, we've got no health left already. Okay, we've got some ammo for our gun. No, that's not what I wanted to do. And now they've got guns as well. Yeah, I'm done with this for the moment. The combat just feels too stiff for the speed at which you can be killed and die and stuff. It's got a lot of potential, though. I really like the look of the game. I like the kind of atmosphere and the premise that is being used, but its controls and its smoothness feels very, very kind of stiff. Which is the opposite of smoothness. It feels very stiff, and it doesn't necessarily feel janky. It just feels like the choices of buttons aren't great. Can we rebind anything? No, we can't. I would not have these controls set up in the way that they are. I'd probably swap dash onto left bumper, so that it's not on the same side as attack, which I think would help with that. You've given us this grenade resource, but you've literally only given us one, which we've already used. It just feels like we don't necessarily have a decent set of tools. And as with a lot of Souls-likes, FromSoft ones included, actually, I'd really love if FromSoftware and other Souls games allowed you to put the UI where you wanted to. I play on a fairly large 4K monitor, and if I'm watching, have I got mouse? Yeah, I can't show you the mouse cursor. If I'm watching the center of the screen, the indicators down in the bottom left, the UI down in the bottom left is actually quite a ways away from my field of vision, which is why in, Wulong, where everything's in the center, love it. Surge 2, where everything's in the center, love it. It makes the experience much better and smoother to play, because you're not having to constantly take your eye off the action to flick your eyes or head down into the bottom left-hand corner. It's not a big amount of time. It's not a long time that it takes you to do that. But in a game where health and healing is so limited, any opportunity, any time that you have to do that is actually a significant amount of time lost. And you have to parry really early, it seems. It really does feel like you have to hit the parry at the same time as the enemy attacks, as opposed to, when the attack's about to hit you. Mind you, I suppose it's close, isn't it? It feels like this is a game where they're building in shortcuts, but not actually utilizing the shortcuts very well. I don't understand why you'd want to hold the pressure on. Why would you want to do that? Is there something that I'm missing? Oh, wonderful. yeah, that'll do me for that. It doesn't take a lot to aggravate me in terms of game design these days, it appears. But I don't like wasting my time and dying for things beyond my control. Why did I not land on that ledge? I certainly touched it, but no, just fell straight through, and apparently there's full damage in a game that's already got far too little, in my opinion, healing. Unless you kill everything and explore every nook and cranny and are essentially pixel perfect. Yeah, there are a lot of people out there who will absolutely love the challenge of this game. I think personally it's a little bit too much. I'm not going to say it's unfair. There's, you know, it's perfectly fair in terms of get your timings, etc., etc., but it's not fun. And you know, even in my most frustrated bouts against the Orphan of Kos, I was enjoying it. Even if I was destroying the air blue around me, I was still enjoying the fight. This, I'm seeing potential in, but I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying having to do the same puzzles, quote unquote, over and over and over again, because the shortcuts aren't doing anything, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a big moany phase today, but I really want this to be good, because what I've seen of it, it looks really good, but it doesn't feel good to play. You know, it's cool to watch. The trailers and the screenshots and the little snippets that the devs have shown off on Twitter have been cool to watch, but now I've got my hands on it, it's just like I'm not really enjoying actually playing it. And the only way of fixing that is by making the character, I think, react more precisely and smoothly to the buttons that I'm pressing, to maybe up the range on the knife that we get a little bit. It's possible that we're going to get more melee weapons later and that this is just an early thing. But the enemies have a much greater range than we do, and maybe slow down the wind-up of their attacks a little, so that, you know, only a couple of frames, just so that we've got a little bit more time to react considering our shorter range. But yeah, the healing system is the thing that I'm most meh about. It just feels incredibly, for the amount of damage that enemies are doing, it feels incredibly punishing. And having fall damage from such a pitiful height as well, I don't really think is a great idea, frankly. But, you know, other people, you know, people who are of the get good toxicity will undoubtedly love something that is as harsh, that's the word that I'm going to use, as harsh as this. Let me know, folks. Have you tried the demo? What did you think of it? I really like the pixel art. I'd like some more customization of the UI, but I'll say that for every Souls game ever. Yeah, it's a bit stiff, but I like the premise. Let's quickly head out to the Steam page. That was it. So, it's Sumerian. So, it's a 2D action-adventure game in a dieselpunk setting, a world based on Sumerian Akkadian mythology. What did I say? Mesopotamian? Yeah, that sounds about right. Take the role of a scientist who is able to cheat death and fight a rebellious army of mechatrons. Coming out in 2022. I love the setup. I love the premise. The pixel art is wonderful. Look at all the... Maybe I'm supposed to be using the gun more. Maybe that's the point. Don't know. Really, really kind of funky premise, and, you know, a great looking game. It just doesn't feel... Oh, that's gorgeous. It just doesn't quite feel fluid and responsive enough for me. But I'm very much not everybody, and, you know, I don't expect games to cater to me specifically. It'd just be nice if it was a little bit more... You know, if it's going for the challenging Souls-like thing, then give us some of the Souls-like conveniences in order to, you know, enable us to have a more entertaining journey through the experience. Until next time, folks, thank you very much for watching another episode of my NextFest coverage. This one was of Erra Exordium. I'm keeping my eye on it. But I'm not jumping to buy/pre-order or whatever just yet. I think it needs a little bit of extra leniency added in some of these mechanics, but I am sure, as I said, that there will be a lot of people that disagree with that. Until next time, have yourselves a fabulous day. If you like the video, hit like, subscribe for more, ring the bell for notifications when more NextFest and other content go live. And I'll catch you all in whatever next video I happen to put out, because I don't have a plan or a schedule or any of that kind of stuff. Cheerio! Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.